since we've been gone.
I've been podcasting for the first time. And you
I've been
shouldn't make
all
me sing.
alone. Actually, not true. I had Hannah and Benel help me out for a couple weeks.
I
But
appreciate that. Thank you.
thank God I have friends who watch wrestling. Katie, welcome back. Welcome back, Katie
Thank
Rose,
you.
to the
Thank you
pod.
guys so much for being patient. Moving sucks and we won't get into it, but technically this was only half a move, but whatever. And some people like to make content even when they're having a mental breakdown, and to that I say not I. So thanks for waiting for me to come back. But it turns out I cursed all wrestling while I was gone.
Nani?
So let's get into it.
Baka na, Katie. What do you mean? Wrestling's never been better. He said, setting up.
Welcome
Katie
back to the show. Welcome back, everybody.
Katie, since you've been gone, wrestling. Well, here's what I will say. We did get that Hangman Swerve match.
I love that.
We didn't get to talk about because you were gone. But goddamn, was that the talk of the
town? I am mostly referring to the fact
that
my mortal enemy CM Punk made his debut on WWE. My other mortal enemy, who we have not talked about this show, Ronda Rousey, got signed to AEW.
No. I don't think she's signed.
She's not. She was on. Wasn't she on Ring of Honor?
She was. So the word on the street is she showed up for a marina for her friend once, and now she's going off to have a kid. I don't know. I would
love her to be disappeared forever. I don't want to see her. I don't want to think about her. I don't want to hear her name. I fucking hate her so much. She needs to be gone.
Yeah.
Truly.
Since
you've been gone, I was relieved. Get out of here.
I
don't need problem people just moved around on a little chessboard. I want them Thanos snapped out of my eyesight forever.
Yeah.
Poof. Get the fuck out.
Now, I will say, we all knew the CM Punk thing was going to happen. However, Phil's dead behind the eyes. I don't really care. He's like, he can do what he wants. Make his money.
Okay, so here's how I feel about this. On one hand, I hate him so much, and I just need him gone. But on the other hand, is there any ultimate Dante's Inferno type punishment that you can think of for CM Punk besides having to now work for WWE after years of publicly shitting on them, tweeting about them taking blood money, just proving that he's once again the fake ally that I kept saying he was? Like,
suck a money covered dick, Miz, he said.
Yeah, like he's just the worst. And here's something very funny. CM Punk fans, they're just poisoned in their mind. Like, I get being nostalgic for his original run. That was great. I'm never going to fight against that. Everything since then has been crazy.
Crazy. Katie, let me assuage some of your, maybe not concerns, but I will double down on your take here, this Dante's Inferno punishment, because this man, Phil Brooks, currently mid-Punk, is in the WWE, and I watched the promo that he cut on Raw. Not only in his first promo back did they cut time from his segment, just like how the circle remains unbroken. Not only did that happen, but this man could not give less fucks. He's dead behind the eyes. He's here for money and spite. That's all that drives him anymore. And he's 45, and he's broken down, and everybody hates him.
Had a career where he was an announcer or something beloved, but he just was determined to piss off everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've reluctantly started watching some WWE solely because my dream stable got created, which is...
I'm assuming.
Yes. Oh my God. I mean, I've talked about how women's wrestling at WWE is just superior. You just can't get around it. Yeah. They just have all the talent.
They took all the time.
And it was brought to my attention that there is a stable that is Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Shirai, uh,
Kyrie.
Asuka,
Yeah.
and Kyrie. And Kyrie is bad now. And I
Kyrie
was
bad.
like,
Bad Kyrie.
that's something I dreamed of my entire life. I've
Evil
never been
Kyrie.
gayer in my entire life. I was just like, it's so good.
Yeah.
So, they got that going for them, but
That's a lot of attractive women in one stable.
they're just
Yeah.
so cool too. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
they're
pretty
all
cool.
wrestlers I admire, and it's kind of crazy because I've heard the whole genesis of Stardom was pretty much like a fuck you to Asuka, so it's really interesting to have her and
Yeah.
Io together, which I kind of love. Anyway,
And Kyrie.
all that said, what a time for wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm back. I have time to watch wrestling now that I am able to think about anything else other than my life.
Yes.
Uh,
We come
we're
for the
back to our
graphs to take us
yes.
away from our worries, Katie.
Oh
Not to
god.
remind us of them by having Ronda Rousey show up or CM Punk.
God,
Or
I
whoever.
fucking hate her. And I want to make it clear why I hate her.
Please
I
do.
want to just put it on record.
Yeah.
It's not that you can't come from MMA and have good wrestling career. Look at Shayna Baszler. She's cool as shit.
She's cool.
Okay?
Very cool.
You know why I don't like Ronda Rousey? She's a turf. She's thinks Sandy Hook is a hoax.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And she can't wrestle. I will let you. If you're a lady that looks really cool, you're wearing a cool outfit, and your makeup is correct, you don't even have to be a good wrestler. I'll probably clap for you. She has bad makeup because she's a turf, and no one's going to do it for her. Get out of here. Go have more babies. Get out of my sight. I hate her. So I want to make that clear. When I say I hate a lady wrestler, I make sure it's for hyper specific reasons.
Yeah.
I hardly capital H hate any wrestler.
Yeah.
I'll be annoyed by them, but it's really hard for me to hate you.
You even like evil, sort of.
Listen, when at the height of his Party City days, Mr. Io Shirai was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair.
Like,
I'm trying to think because I don't hate Ronda, although I agree with all your points.
I just don't want to see her.
Stupid. I just think she's kind of stupid.
She's cooked. Get out of here. Like, I don't
in the WWE run for
yeah.
sure.
Like, I just don't. There's so many talented people who keep their problematic stuff quieter. Like, I'm not saying that everyone's perfect, but just
yeah.
keep it quiet. Don't let me know.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
no, for sure.
I'll buy your t-shirt if I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay? Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah. I think it's interesting because I don't know what the like how do I put this? It's there's some problematic wrestlers that are okay to bring in, and then some that are not. And I don't always know what the line is completely.
I think it's intentionality versus just being stupid.
Sure, yeah.
Because you gotta be a little dumb to want to be dropped on your head, and I applaud you for that, wrestlers.
Yeah, that's true. But I know there's folks out there that really want AEW to bring Matt Riddle in, and I don't think that's gonna happen. I
think we're good. I think Matt Riddle's cooked. We're good.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're all right.
He can work somewhere else. He'll find work, probably.
I think we're fine. I think. Well, and here's another rant because I've been gone for a while. AEW. I started to say this before I left. Hey, homies, what's up? Like, it's shop's a little sloppy right now. I think they need to bring in some writers, like big time or something.
Oh,
Don't get me wrong.
Oh no. That's the last thing we wanted to have to say.
The pay-per-view, the last one, what was it called again?
Oh,
it was pretty good.
Wait,
yeah.
It was Full Gear.
Full Gear, which you can, I guess, spot on Squared Circle Pits with Brad Pispani's show to talk about that if you guys want my take on that. Me and Rob are old friends, so And I kind of plugged our show, but I think I said our names in the wrong order. We have such a long show name, but I did mention it.
There's no correct order, Katie. We're equals here.
Okay, it's fine. Whatever.
Fine.
But
did you
and that
say
show
my
was
name
really
second? What do you think I'm gonna do?
I don't know.
How dare? No, yeah, go ahead.
That show was so fun. Like the matches are great, but like man, like whenever I'm watching the weekly stuff, I'm like, what is happening? Like there's just like I can't keep track.
The pay-per-views
it's
are
so
still
messy.
Great, but listen. Okay, MJF.
Tony is a bad booker. We need a Gato to step out.
He was good for like 2 years. What happened? He couldn't just have become bad. It doesn't make sense, right? Something must have happened, I think.
You know,
because like
maybe he stopped taking advisors or something. Because you know how like original Star Wars is good because there was actually more people than just George Lucas, and then when he made the Phantom Menace, it was because it was just George Lucas and no one would say no to him.
That's definitely
possible. I feel like it has to be something like that.
Well, maybe he's
like,
taking the wrong advice, Katie.
That's true. Maybe he's taking there's a lot of cooks backstage, I'd imagine.
Yeah, people try to get shit in.
It's not really worth me
pontificating,
trying to figure out, because I would like to keep it stupid. Yeah. I don't want to know. Just be better, and so I can clap and
well, Katie,
have fun.
I know you said you don't want to know, but what if I told you? Cue the Morpheus meme. Put sunglasses on my face and edit this. What if I told you that Sir Maxwell Jacob Friedman was the second most powerful person in this company right now?
I would tell you, I'm not surprised. It's crazy too, because he's a perfect example. He is really charismatic and good performer. Like no one can argue that MJF is a force to be reckoned with. He's got the gift of gab. He knows how to work a match.
Psychology, all of that.
But left to his own devices, we've seen how long stuff can go. You know what I mean? Like for example, in the pay-per-view, I thought the swerve of it all, like where like you thought he was injured, and Adam Cole was gonna or whatever. I mean, that was kind of fun. But MJF at the end of the day is a really powerful athlete. I want to see him wrestle a clean match if this is like gonna be his face run. I don't want a comedy match from him. Let's get Colt on main and have him do a comedy match. He's a comedy wrestler.
Where's Colt at?
Him and Cutler, have them do silly Yano stuff. And you know I love a comedy match. I'm not ratting on that. But it's like the choice for him to be doing comedy wrestling moves in like a high stakes story like that doesn't make sense to me. And if now that you're telling me he's calling the shots backstage, that totally makes sense because like no one's telling him like maybe something else.
Apparently
now could I do anything better? Probably not.
Apparently
I can't do shit. Don't yell at me.
So like, remember when Punk had the like the bag with the title he was walking around with or whatever the fuck? So like apparently Punk wanted to work with him, but he was like, fuck that, I want to hang out with Adam Cole instead. Which who could blame him? I don't blame him there. But,
and before Adam got hurt, I mean, Adam is just as talented as any of these guys, and I truly feel horrible for him.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, messy shop. Adam shouldn't be hurt. There's so many guys on this
thing. Yeah.
Like there's just so much like injury that's happened that I feel like would be preventable if things were a little more strict.
That's what
I think the company needs to protect these wrestlers more. Yeah.
You also remember in the pay-per-view, Katie, when MJF fucking put J1 on the table collapses. And instead of being like,
spot made me so mad because they should have called an audible on that. He could have broke his elbow easily.
He dislocated his hip, Katie.
Of course he did.
As he was doing, I'm like, bro, you're gonna.
That was the real glass of that pay-per-view. I was like, there's no reason. And they're both so talented. They probably could have called right then a different like move that would have been fine.
Just do anything.
You know,
just do something.
Jay White is not new to this business. He would have been able to follow his lead on anything else. You know.
You didn't have to do the diving elbow onto the floor.
Arf.
Yeah, even Mark Briscoe does it off the apron because he's insane. But he
should be doing stuff like helping with storylines and stuff. He's an old pro, and like of course they want to like give him work. Like I think that would be an awesome decision. I mean, maybe he is. I don't know anything. I'm dumb. Don't yell at me. I'm stupid. I'm just a little guy. Please don't yell at me.
I gotta say,
I've been away for a while, so I have to relay the groundwork that I have a lot of opinions and none of them should be taken seriously.
just for the record.
Don't yell at me.
I've loved Mark Briscoe in the tournament. I just love Mark Briscoe, I think is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I love this fake little G1 they're doing.
Yeah. C2, baby. They're calling it the C2.
Yeah.
And I love it.
That's what I'm saying. We're hard on you because we know you can do better, son.
Yeah.
We've seen it. We've seen you in school getting A's. We're not asking for A's and A pluses. I just want a B minus.
Sure.
Can we get a B minus up in here?
Katie, what have you thought of the Continental Classic so far from what you've seen?
It's fun. I mean, it's. I like the idea. I think it's I think they should be doing stuff like this if the writing is loosey-goosey. They should be doing stuff like this where at least just getting the roster out there doing shit and like putting people together.
Totally.
I think any opportunity to mine the depths of the roster is what they should be doing right now if they can't do story-based stuff.
Totally.
Yes.
Oh.
No, never mind. For a different part of the podcast. But I have to write this down so I don't forget to bring it up.
Down, please, yeah. I've been very critical of MJF and his part of the universe now that he operates in. And I understand Adam Cole got hurt and that changed plans. I understand. But you have to pivot, okay? You can't just go down the same line and wait for whatever, because the man is injured for we don't know how long. I will say
he has a major bone
major
breakage. That's like not gonna be a fast recovery.
No.
So they need to just it would be more powerful if they moved away from it and then built back towards it, so when he returned it was like a surprise instead of an inevitability.
Yeah. Right now what I would be doing with MJF, instead of having him play this fucking babyface schlocky 80s character that I don't believe in at all, is I would have him lose the Ring of Honor titles. And
throw temper tantrums, go back to the dark side, and then Adam has to bring him back from the edge, which would be the more compelling story.
Because MJF,
also,
his friendship with Adam is still fragile, and he thinks if he doesn't have the Ring of Honor titles, I don't want to be his friend, and that'll drive him back to the dark side, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a more compelling story.
That's how we have a fucking ebb and flow.
It's just so obvious.
Everyone always says character arcs for stuff, but we tell a story.
It's just better, and I feel like his character's been really diluted.
Yeah.
And he was so I just
don't buy this face character is the main thing.
I don't, and I want the turn, and he's so much better. I welcome the Bucks heel turn. I welcome MJF back into the fold. It's like where people need to be. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's just like all over the place.
Yeah. There's a version
Give
of
me what I want, Max.
Yeah, there's a version of Babyface MJF that I would believe in, but this is not that. This is not what the version of that.
Because it was so, you're right, it was so fragile. He can't be forever changed. He has to be on the brink. And in order to show that, he needs to go back for a while.
Considering how bad of a guy he was, not enough has happened to make him be an actual good. Even, I know he says, I'm your scumbag, and he uses the ring, but I mean, for him to actually go through a real change, where he's an actual good baby face.
He can think he's doing good stuff and still be doing, bad stuff.
Yeah.
That's, a really classic, Batman villain move, where it's just, you think you're helping the city, but you're still blowing up people, you know what I mean? Do something like that, where he, takes it too far and beats someone up or whatever, And
it would be interesting, because we wouldn't know what he's gonna do at any given point. There'd be drama. God forbid.
You know what? Just jettison them all, and it's now the Big Bill show.
I'm from Queens.
It's the battle of Battle of the Boroughs. It's Big Bill and Hook, and no one else is on the show. That's my pitch.
This Big Bill.
Hangman Page.
Yeah. And then Eddie from Yonkers. From Yonkers.
Oh God.
What do you want me to say
Eddie.
before the Continental? I gotta go get ready for Brian.
The most reluctant champ of all time.
Why are you making me cut these promos just because I'm the best promo in the fucking business? I gotta go get ready. We always gotta do these
every
fucking
promo.
promos.
Every promo is Eddie being surprised. He still has to
Why do
work.
I still gotta do promos? I don't understand. I gotta do promos again? I gotta do more pre-match promos?
I gotta do more stuff. You're gonna make me come in? Yeah, I'm in here. What, to talk to you?
I gotta fight
I should
Brody
be eating.
King, okay? He ain't no herb, alright? There ain't no herbs in this tournament, alright? I gotta go get ready. Every Eddie Kingston promo.
I know, it's so
It's like
true.
nobody told him he was gonna cut a promo every time.
But, like, that's like, that's how I love to be worked, because my whole brain is like, oh, Eddie's just going off the cuff. But you know that is, like, meticulous.
No,
like,
that's what I love about it. My two favorite things, MJF always cutting off his own music, and Eddie Kingston always being surprised that someone is making him cut a promo. He's just, oh, I gotta cut another promo now. It's like, yeah you do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I gotta talk about the big event.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I gotta say another thing about the... all right, we gotta... Okay. How much time we got? He's always... I know they told you how much time you had, Eddie. You can't trick me. I mean, you do trick me because you're so fucking good at talking. I believe everything you say.
He's so good.
But like,
he's so dumb. I love it.
The idea that they didn't tell him how much time he has every time. Well, how much time I got then? This is a TV show. I'm pretty sure they told you, Eddie.
I'm sure they let you know, bro.
Kid, go off. I mean, I'm watching whatever you say. Anyway, yeah. So C2 has been a lot of fun. I think the best match of the tournament so far was the last one we had here with Danielson and Eddie. I patched Danielson coming out with this one eye,
it's
one
so
arm.
Good.
Fuck?
It's like what's that manga about the samurai that has to win all his body parts back from the Demon King? It's like
yes.
You know what I'm talking about? He's like slowly
Dodo
Hero or something like that.
Yeah.
He's like slowly losing his body to wrestling, but he can't be slowed down because of the fire in his heart and the clock on his head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I love it was on Dynamite. We had a Tale of Two promos where Eddie lost to Brody King and had this sad boy promo. It was like, man, I guess, I thought I was going to win, but I guess I didn't win. And then we cut to Brian at the desk. It's like, you know what, Eddie? I don't want you to be sad. I'm going to come in there and whoop your ass if you don't fucking get your shit together. I'm like, God damn. Tale of Two promos, if there ever was one.
So good. Yeah. I love it so much.
That's the thing. You let these wrestlers cook. We still get good stuff from AEW, but you're right. The kitchen does have ingredients thrown all over the place. It's like, what the fuck?
People aren't talented, and I'm not saying that the company isn't capable of great stuff, because I was on board, I'm a simp for AEW. It's just been so crazy lately, and I just don't know why. There's like something missing. Like it's just like careening in weird directions.
How do you feel about new TBS champion Julia Hart, as that has also happened?
Actually, think I like that. I think she really earned it out of any female wrestler this year. I think she has made huge improvements. She's clearly been working her ass off to like get better, and I really admire that in anybody. And she's someone who could have been really screwed over by the company, and she just like didn't let that happen. And it's silly. It's like kind of a silly plot line that she's like, sprayed Sky Blue in the face and made her like get weird at prom or whatever.
Yeah, she's like, you're gonna have new theme music now.
But like, I don't know. I mean, I think that's a step in the right direction, honestly, because unlike this other stuff, they did build her up. A lot of it was off camera, which I have questions about. But like, but
dark
but like, I do think that kind of long-term storytelling is or attempt at it is the correct thing they should be doing. And they do need to be building up other women in the companies since everything's so wacky right now. So it's smart, you know. You got to give Chris someone to fight. You got to give differences between everyone going on, you know. And like I love Tony, obviously, but you know, if she's going to be going off in her, you know, you got to be like building up. Yes. Timeless Tony Storm, sorry. You got to be building people up, and I actually was very happy with that. I'm happy for her.
Yeah, Julia's definitely the most improved this year, male
Yeah.
or female, I would say. And so I don't have a problem with her being the champion. I am just somebody who I prefer to not let people win titles for as long as possible because I just like the long build and stuff. But it's not that she's not
Agree.
ready per se. She's definitely improved to
No.
the point where I think she's doing fine with this title so far. It is interesting to
And
see
it's
what.
not perfect.
Yeah,
Just feel like it's like I said. I feel like it's a step in the right direction.
sure.
Like
And it looks like
at least
I
for me.
think we're freeing up Chris Stat for the main event scene, also,
Mm.
because where else can she go? She's too goaded. The problem is Chris Stat is just too good.
I say it every time, but she's their Stone Cold. They need to be like putting her up there. You know.
To me, she's like their Lady Claudio. She's like a superhero, and I don't really
Yeah.
see. It's like hard for me to buy almost anyone really beating her. like
I agree with that.
like
Like
Sheena's
sometimes they
really
put these
skilled,
people.
but
Yeah.
Jamie Hayter throws hard lariats, so I could buy it. But like, yeah, she's a superwoman. It's like that's how I would book her, and they kind of have, to be fair. So, but yeah, her and Thomas Tony maybe at Revolution, maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
That'd be fun.
We'll see how we get there. But first she's got to go through Sky Blue. Thomas Tony and Sky Blue is the next match, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Sky, they keep giving Sky chances, and
I like her. I just wish. I don't know. There's something about her I wish was stronger, like character, or like I just feel like
getting there.
I think she's just lost in the sauce right now, and I don't necessarily think that's her fault. Like,
no, I think she's still. I mean, okay, she's like a year older than Julia, but like Julia's just she's improved a lot, and Sky's still getting there. It's fine. They'll figure it out. So in the C2 right now, Katie, the Continental Classic. You have any? Who do you want to win this? Who do you think? Because we don't really know what this Triple Crown gimmick is the thing.
I don't honestly like. Because I don't totally understand.
Right. I don't think anyone does.
What's happening? I don't really know how to have an opinion on it. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to keep seeing Danielson wrestle everyone forever. Like, exactly. Obviously, I want to keep seeing Eddie around. But like, besides that, I kind of like don't totally understand what's happening. You know?
Yeah. What is this Triple Crown gonna be? Because it's like, are they gonna show up in Ring of Honor? Are they gonna what is it? It's hard to say. We don't know.
See some push of Daniel Garcia a little more as his own character, because I think he's really talented.
He's really over. Be cool. I want to note actually on this past Collision, if you watch the cold opens that all the 6 guys did, Daniel Garcia was in the top 3 most over people. If you just listen to the crowd reaction.
Yeah, people love him. He's so talented, and like that 2 seconds where he was gonna like turn on everybody, he was so like on fire, and I don't know why that got retconned, but I'm just saying like the kid's ready. So
they can get that back though.
Yeah,
they can get that fire back.
I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying like out of everyone in here, I'm like maybe throw some surprise Daniel Garcia moments.
I think my booking of him is he goes 1-4, but he only beats Danielson.
Yeah, something like that. Like I'm not saying he needs to win the whole thing. I think he needs to, like a story building event.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, I think he should be the only person to beat Danielson maybe.
Do something that would be sick. Yeah. That would be smart.
Yeah. Because the other thing to remember, and I know it's a lot to think about, Katie. I don't want to overwhelm you with all the
Fine.
But we are
I'm back.
You're back. The finals for this tournament are at World's End 12:30. 5 days before Mr. Danielson will be taking on Kazuchika Okada in the Tokyo Dome. And make no
Right.
mistake, our favorite one-eyed, one-armed man is eating a Rainmaker. Maybe 2 Rainmakers and getting pinned in the middle of that ring. I can almost guarantee it. He's losing that
This
match.
is an interesting time to bring something up. Have you heard the rumor
I don't know.
that WWE is trying to poach Okada?
Yes,
which
I
is
have.
something that if you told me that 6 months ago, I would have been like blowing that off. But just because of everything that has happened, literally since I decided I had to move, I don't think it's impossible. And if that happens, New Japan is gonna implode. It just won't be a company anymore. Like it's gonna be WCW over there. Like I'm like,
here's my problem. Here's what really hurts me.
yeah.
Why wouldn't Okada want to go? He's done everything in New Japan.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not impossible. And someone at WWE is really paying attention right now because the undertow of my new favorite stable over there with the women is that we are watching Japanese wrestling again because that's secretly a Stardom style stable.
It is.
They all are dressing in the Japanese girls always wear Japanese style ring gear, but even Dakota Kai and Bailey are kind of following suit. It's like basically Oda Tai plus, and I don't think it's impossible.
This is
I
the
don't
biggest
think it's impossible.
women's stable WWE's ever had. Right? There's 5 women. That's never happened, right? I don't think.
Yeah.
I know I haven't been
it's
watching
so
the last
good.
few years, but
And it's and I mean
I'm pretty sure it's unprecedented. But yeah.
Yeah.
Also, prayers for
It's
Stardom.
so good.
Their injury crisis is wild. Like half
What
the
is
roster went down at once. I don't know what was in the water. I don't know who's angered what god that half of their roster got injured.
Someone got drunk and peed on a Shinto shrine or something because they all got fucked
How
up.
How the fuck does that happen? It's so wild. I don't understand. But thoughts and prayers for Stardom.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, if Okada leaves New Japan, I mean, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Like literally, I don't know.
Okada.
Ospreay's yeah. I mean,
Naito's old. Tanahashi's old.
Yeah, Naito and Tana needed their fill-ins to already be coming up, and they're just isn't.
Ibushi's gone.
Ibushi.
I still got Shingo, but he's.
We got Shingo. We got my big tall son on the rise, but
Yeah, Yota Tsuji. Yeah, he's the. Help us,
but
Yota
who do
Tsuji,
we got?
Your only hope. He kind of is though.
Destroy the finance district, Yota Tsuji.
Shota's not ready. Ren's not ready.
No,
I haven't seen enough of Yuya, but I haven't heard that he's ready. Because he just came back to. That happened since you've been gone, right? I think Yurimura came back.
DDT, it's your time. Rise up, DDT.
I also, unfortunately, your boyfriend Chris Brooks did drop the.
I know, I saw that.
Bueno.
But he had that title. He had that title for it was a respectable. I wasn't mad about how that went down.
Yeah.
Even though
he had a great run.
Listen, if he's sad about it and want to listen to 9 Inch Nails about it, I'm here for you, Chris Brooks. Okay.
He had a great run and a great last match against Ueno, and good stuff. It's on the same show that Jericho wrestled Takeshita, which Jericho defeated Takeshita, which made me laugh because I knew that upset a lot of people, probably.
I mean, in what world? But whatever.
Yeah. He worked his ass off, to be fair, but also, yeah.
The
fact that Takeshita could beat Kenny but not Jericho, to me, is hilarious. That makes no sense, but sure. Sure, whatever. Anyway, Okada, yeah. Here's the thing. They're fucked. They can't lose Okada. They can't lose Okada. He's like the guy. He's Mr. Pro Wrestling. Well, he can't. What the?
He is Mr. Pro Wrestling.
Well, I mean, I know to some people it's Roman, but he's the guy. What the? We can't lose him. This is bad. This is bad news. I
It is
don't.
bad
I
news.
can't let it happen. Maybe he'll be like Nakamura-san. What should I do? And Nak will be like, just stay over there.
But the thing is,
He
Nakamura,
probably won't say that.
he loves living in the U.S.
He likes to surf, so
Yeah,
yeah.
he loves it.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. After Wrestle Kingdom, a lot of stuff will shake out. Hey, you know what? Let's make Hiromu a main eventer. How about that? You keep starting and stopping with him, being like, oh, maybe he's like a heavyweight, maybe he's like not. Make him a main eventer. Have some balls,
Hiromu.
Gato.
If that company collapses, Hiromu just I don't know, move to Brooklyn and become an art star. Like
You just want to hang out with him.
I do. I love him. I watch his YouTube channel all the
too.
time, and I don't speak a lick of Japanese. Like, I just piece it together through context clues.
Yeah.
He has a whole series where he makes his friends eat really spicy noodles, and Shingo almost like passes out. And then there's one where Naito gets revenge and makes him eat the spicy noodles, and they're just like in like some sort of tiny efficiency apartment with like him
That's
sweating
awesome.
out the noodles.
That's awesome.
That's what I call
It's like
entertainment.
Hot Ones, but with noodles. It's not really an interview.
Basically,
He just,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They're like I'm assuming the Japanese version of like a ghost pepper type like instant noodle situation.
That's insanity. that's amazing. Uh, yeah. So any other thoughts about the Continental Classic, or?
I've been enjoying it, even though I don't totally get what's happening.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
It's kind of my take on it.
Yeah, totally. Samoa Joe is wrestling MJF for the world title at World's End, and I want this man to choke Little Max until he's unconscious and to be the new world champion through
Help
most
us,
of
Samoa Joe.
2024. That is what I desire.
Put some respect on the name. Let's go.
Put some respect on Samoa Joe's name.
I truly talk about a pillar of the community.
Yes.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Just I don't know.
He's so
Smack
great.
him around like a rag doll.
Yeah. He's just Joe was brought into AEW clearly with the idea that he would be mostly a Ring of Honor guy and not
And they just needed him too
but
bad.
he was just too good. He was just that good. He was so good they were like, fuck. Not only are you gonna be in AEW, but you're gonna main event. He main evented Grand Slam, and now he's main eventing this show. He has to win, right? They're not just doing this to fucking have Max beat him again. It would be insane.
I'm emotionally preparing myself for that, but I will be mad.
Agreed. I am emotionally prepared for Max to win, even with his fucking half body that he has left after he dislocated his own hip and tore his labrum and all that shit. I'm still prepared for him to win, which is... I don't know what that says. It says that I don't trust anybody.
No.
I don't trust this company anymore, I guess is what it
No.
means.
No. Listen, AEW, you can earn our trust back in relationship counseling, but you're going to have to show that through action and not words.
Yes.
Okay?
Through action. Yeah, we still... Coming up on Wednesday, we have a battle in Montreal. The Battle of Christian versus Adam Copeland.
I keep doing that too. It's fine.
I know.
I agree with you where it's like Christian is like on the best run of his life and Adam Copeland is here.
He is. He is here. As my friend put it, like, okay, I was watching the show.
I hate him. Don't get me
either.
wrong. It's just always, but it's always kind of like, and he's here.
And he's here too. And Adam Copeland is also there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend was like, "Oh, is Christian's on the show?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, Christian's straight peak, unless Edge is there, and then it's just fine." It's like, yeah, it's Christian's peak. Edge is there, and they're gonna have a match. Edge is probably gonna. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. I was gonna say Edge is probably gonna win. Fuck, he could win though. He could win.
He could win, but I feel like Christian's gonna do a bunch of like
Dastardly
dastardly shit.
and
Yeah,
escape
like
with the
he's not gonna
title.
let it go.
Yeah,
Father of the year, let's go. He'll do something terrible.
I don't know.
It'll be
Does
great.
the
In his battle turtleneck.
yeah? Does the story and the company wants us to to want them to team together again? But the
Right. But
problem
they
is,
haven't done anything to make you want that.
they just assume that you have nostalgia for Edge and Christian.
This has been my problem with them from day one is that I've gone on this rant before, but AEW has this fundamental storytelling problem where they assume that their core audience is intimately familiar with every going ons of wrestling for the past 20 years and or that kind of fan when the fan they should be trying to get is someone who knows nothing about wrestling because
Right.
wrestling fans are going to watch no matter what.
Right.
You already have them. I'm
Yes.
fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
totally.
I'm sick in the head
Yeah.
and I'm already here.
I'm a
What you
big
want
bro.
is someone who's always been curious but doesn't know anything, and how you do that is any storyline, everything has to be in-house. If it existed somewhere else, you have to explain it,
Yeah.
and you have to act like it's the first time anyone is. It's like basic storytelling stuff, which makes me
Yeah.
crazy. Like I learned this in high school. Like
Yeah, just some basic lore pipe is all we need. Just a little. Because, like, okay, from the perspective of my friend who didn't watch wrestling growing up, really, watched like a little bit of it.
right, like it's
And
just some
then,
guy.
right. So, from his perspective, he loves the Christian Cage run. It's awesome. He loves it as much as the rest of us, right? So, this whole thing where Edge is trying to stop that actually makes Edge the problem. Adam Copeland, whatever.
Right.
Because
It'd be really easy to do too, because it's like, because Christian's heel run is ridiculous.
yeah.
So because it has a little sprinkle of silliness in it, you could easily do something like where Christian goes home and he like sees pictures of himself as a youth and like all his friends are like, "What happened to you?" You know, you could do something really dumb like
Yeah,
that
you
and
could.
like build it up, but like instead they're just like, "This other dad is here to ruin your fun." And you're like, "Boo."
Right. Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah. You know how the Christian Cage stuff is awesome? Well, here's a guy who's trying to end it. Don't you want that? Because it'll be
No.
like it'll be like 2001 if he does. And you're just like, no. There is a way for them to get there, and maybe they will. We'll see.
I don't know.
But You're right though, Katie. They have not laid the groundwork to lay the pound work, as my friends like to say. I think they're talking about wrestling when they say that. I never follow up, so I don't know. Uh, what else? So that's we have Kenny Omega wrestling Ethan Page on this here Canada show, Canada. Ethan Page has been gone. Now he's back to lose to Kenny Omega. This feud with Kenny Omega and Jericho against the Don Callis family must continue in some form. Yes, Katie.
There's so many problems. Jericho and Kenny never make sense to me. Ethan
Jets.
Page, it must be really hard that your uncle's DDP and you're Ethan Page. He's a good wrestler, but it's just like you're never gonna be DDP.
No.
Like,
no, you can't. It's not confidence; it's all ego. Yeah. And yeah, you excited for the Golden Jets against Big Bill and Ricky Starks?
No, I'm not.
The feud that we all
not excited.
What happened?
It doesn't make sense.
What happened? To these
it doesn't make sense.
Everybody blames FTR. Is it really their fault though?
No, it's not. This is so unfocused and stupid. It makes me crazy.
I don't like. If you wanted to get the titles off of FTR, but you're like, well, let's give Ricky and Bill something. Okay, all right. But why are they never on Dynamite? They're just on Collision, and they feel detached from the show. What's the going
I
on?
just
What's the
that's what
deal?
I'm this is exactly what I'm talking about. None of it makes sense and I don't care about any of it. Like I should care.
Yeah.
You know, I love Kenny, I love Ricky, you know, like I should
Be
care
excited
about
about.
this.
Yeah, Kenny's gonna wrestle Ricky Starks in a tag
Right,
match.
I should be
Be
psyched and
hyped.
instead I'm like
No, what? It's like you're
why
confused.
why
Yeah.
why is any of this happening? It doesn't make sense.
I am confused. Yeah. Um. Kenny Jericho wants to team with Kenny, and Kenny is
Yeah.
an affable enough guy, I guess. So now we're here. What do you think? Have you heard Will Hobbs's new catchphrase? Or his? Have you seen his shirt that he wears? Also,
Yeah, you know,
he's big,
okay.
he's black, and he's jacked. Katie,
I mean, it's true.
you can't argue with it. You can't
It's
argue with it.
factual.
Can't argue with it.
You know, like in a neighborhood, how there will be a building that a business can't stay open for more than 6 months, and it's like a new business every like, you know, there's like a constant turnover. That's
Yep.
like how Hobbs feels to me, where like they don't know what to do with him, so he keeps trying new gimmicks over and over again. And I feel kind of bad for him, but it's
Same.
like, you remember when he had the Death Note?
Yeah, I do.
He had the
Book of
Death Note.
Hobbs.
I don't know. It just
And then he feuded with Miro for like a second, and then it ended.
yeah,
It was
and
weird.
then I don't know.
I mean,
I
it was
think
fun.
Miro.
They had a fun match, but it was like, okay.
I think yeah.
It was yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. We have to.
Taz, get in there and talk to him.
I think we have to wait for our cowboy hero to come save all of us when he's done recuperating from whatever the fuck happened to him, getting hung by his own petard. Uh,
Save us, Hangman.
I'm just waiting. I feel like this company's in a weird limbo until Hangman comes back. It's like, well, we need a hero. I guess we'll wait. Wait till Hangman comes back from hanging out with his family.
Storyline feels like right now it's like treading water for people to recuperate, and I'm like, that's not good business.
Yeah. I mean, we got Samoa Joe, and the tournament's fun.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah. Mercedes Martinez is going to fight Willow. They cut some awesome promos this past week on each other. What I loved about these two promos were how disparate they were. Disparate with an I. Willow's just like, man, I'm going to go out there, and Mercedes, you're really mean, and I don't like that type of thing. And I need to show you that being mean is bad. And Mercedes is like, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah. And Mercedes is like, I will end your life.
I'm going to fucking murder you. Aren't you tired of being a hero, Willow? These people don't give a shit about you. I'm going to choke you to death. Yeah. And she's really scary. Mercedes is a scary person, and she's awesome.
She's so scary, and that's great. Yeah. I love it for her.
She's fantastic. She's the ultimate gatekeeper now for the women. And it's good. We need that. I always text Manel about this. We need more fucking veteran women in this goddamn locker room. We can't just hire a bunch of 20-year-olds to wrestle each other on a round robin. We can't have Sky Blue versus
That's what I'm saying about this women division. It's like you need veterans, you need people, like you need people that Chris Statlander can fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That looks believable.
Mercedes Martinez.
And that's it's just hard, you know, because it breaks my heart. But anytime I watch a WWE's women's match, I mean, it's just like leaps and bounds better from a just athletic standpoint. Sorry.
Yeah, it's true. Except for, like, you know, the Athenas and the Chris's and the Sheetas.
Yeah, no, and I'm not dissing individual women as a whole. And I really respect everyone. It's just like you said, like there's so many of them are so green. It's not their fault. It's just the balance is off.
Yeah, like in a perfect world, and I know my friends who are Sky Blue fans will want to hear this, but Sky Blue wouldn't be on like TV for so long already. She still began work on like dark matches.
Yeah, she needs. Yeah, and like I think she, you know, this is no diss on her.
No,
like
she's just Sky Green.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all it is. Yeah. We saw Julia Hart from early on when she was green, and she improved a lot, and now she's good. But that, you know,
that was like a 3-year process.
Yeah, and also she's like, I don't want to. I mean, she's kind of prodigious in that way. I mean, she got good pretty quick. Like, listen, not everybody gets good that quickly. Even people who become really good later, you know? I mean, yeah, it's not easy to be, not just the physical aspect of wrestling, but to get all the little things right, the psychology,
Yeah.
you know, all that stuff,
I
your character.
Listen, I'm lazy as shit. Couldn't be me.
And so yeah, but so yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff, the AEW stuff at least that I had on the agenda. Oh, we are getting Athena versus Billy Starks at Final Battle, because Final Battle's in a couple weeks, and Billy Starks
I'll watch
is
that.
19 years old, so let's see what happens there.
Athena's gonna decapitate her with her legs.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people saying they think Billy Starks is gonna win this, and I think that's crazy. But it might happen.
That's crazy.
It might happen because maybe Athena wants to go back to AEW and stop doing Ring of Honor stuff that nobody watches.
Well,
no offense, but I don't watch it,
that.
and it's I'm the target audience for Ring of Honor, and I don't watch it. So there you go.
Yeah, I watch like specific matches from pay-per-views because there's usually really good ones, but it's like I couldn't tell you what a single storyline is right now.
No, me neither. I do watch Athena because she's great, and I'll watch. I used to watch Samoa Joe, and he gave that shit up. So, yeah, Final Battle a couple weeks. We'll probably do a review of that here at some point because I'll probably stream it for the folks. But yeah, anything else, Katie? We this is, I mean,
no.
Yeah, it was
our catch-up episode. Like,
episode.
I feel good.
Yeah, we don't.
Catch up in Mayo.
Yeah.
But I like wrestling. Please give me good wrestling. Okay.
Good wrestling. In my eyes. Feed it to me. You can support the show. We have a Patreon. Patreon.com/happy wrestling. And $5 gets you a bunch of MVs that I made.
And let's be real, the more of you that join the Patreon, the more guilty I'll feel about disappearing for periods of time. And then I'll just have to do it no matter what. The closer it comes to an income, the closer that I will be morally obligated to be here no matter what. Think about that, y'all.
No matter what.
Trap me like a deer.
Yeah, that's it for us here at the studios. By next time, I'll figure out how to blur my background, maybe.
I believe in you.
Look forward to that. And until then, everybody, happy wrestling!
Happy wrestling!